Right, Prime Minister Narendra Modi there has just delivered an address to the Indian diaspora in Australia, Sydney. Prime Minister Modi and his Australian counterpart greeted the Indian diaspora at this community event in Sydney. In fact, speaking at the event, Australia's Prime Minister said that Prime Minister Modi has got a welcome that rivals that of legendary musician Bruce Springsteen. In fact, Anthony Albanese also said Prime Minister Narendra Modi is the boss. And our Prime Minister had just made an announcement that a new Indian consulate will open shortly in Brisbane. But just look at the number of people who've turned up there for this event. The Indian diaspora at Sydney turning up in numbers to celebrate the dynamic, diverse Indian diaspora. Our Prime Minister just addressed the gathering amid immense enthusiasm amongst these community members, as you can see on your screens. The Australian Prime Minister at the community event said the last time he saw someone on this stage was Bruce Springsteen, and he did not get the welcome that our Prime Minister has got. He added, Prime Minister Modi is the boss. My colleague Megha joins us over the phone line currently to contextualize the entire matter for us. Megha, what a warm welcome for the Prime Minister there. Scores of people have turned up, and he's also said that a new Indian consulate is opening in Brisbane shortly.
Well, Parmeshwar, I would rather use the word rock star. You know, it's a rock star welcome that he's got at the venue in Sydney. About more than 18,000 to 20,000 people are packed inside the stadium. It's a sold-out event. It was a sold-out event. And, of course, every penny worth what they paid for, you know, when you heard the Prime Minister there. And amongst other things that you mentioned, he also took out about 10 minutes in his speech just to talk about, you know, where India is standing in terms of its acceptability, in terms of the position that it is, at least at this moment, commanding amongst other developed countries, where he talked about how India is ranking number one in several different things, whether it's exports, it's manufacture, etc. And he said, you know, this is the time to stand behind your own country. This is the time to invest in your country in every way possible. This is the hour and, you know, perhaps the year of India. India's arrived on the global stage. So Prime Minister there, of course, making a big pitch for the country, but at the same time also talking about, you know, the close and deep association and relationship between the two countries. This whole attempt of the Prime Minister, you know, to be there at this big community event is also about the people-to-people connect. It's also about the people-to-people relationship, because here is a Prime Minister who believes that India and Australia are natural partners, and that both of our countries have similar interests and similar challenges. And so one should, you know, both these countries can perhaps be working together, especially to strengthen the Pacific region there. The Indian diaspora, like you've been reporting all morning, euphoric visuals that you saw, how people were excited. There were special buses that were put in place to ferry people from Canberra, from Melbourne to Sydney. There was a special Qantas plane that flew in from Melbourne with Modi supporters. You know, so all of that has happened. And of course, this is the one big Indian touch as far as his you know, events or his schedule, his itinerary in Australia is concerned. Tomorrow, the Prime Minister sits down to more serious business, a bilateral with the Prime Minister of Australia, Anthony Albanese. Well, I think, you know, the Australian Prime Minister, Parmeshwar, honestly, was just equally excited, maybe a little more than our Indian Prime Minister, to be part of this event, and very fondly.
You can't miss the colour of his tie, Megha, I'm sure. He dressed the part.
Saffron color, no, not at all. The saffron color, very interesting that he was wearing a saffron color tie. Everybody noticed it. I think that was the first thing that was noticed when they arrived at the venue, that the Australian Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese, is sporting a saffron color tie, my dear. So yes, quite a success, you know, as far as this community event is concerned, laced with lots of performances, cultural performances, for 2.5 hours before the Prime Minister took the stage. It has, of course, been quite a roaring success for the foundation also that put this event together.